We have our reporters in Jammu and in Delhi to get you the latest on the stories that we'll be taking you through the rest of today. Jaskirat Singh Bawa will be bringing us up to date on that speech by Narendra Modi to NRIs on the occasion of Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. And we have Ashwini Kumar from Jammu, where General V.K. Singh is expected to be personally present before the Privileges Committee and address charges that he had made during an interview about paying bribes to politicians in the state. But I want to come across first to Jaskirat Singh Bawa in Delhi. Jaskirat, more than any other politician, it's Narendra Modi who understands just how powerful NRIs are. Take us a bit through his troubled history with this group.
Well, Narendra Modi understands that when speaking with the NRI community, it's very much a battle of perception, other than, of course, them being an additional vote bank and, of course, a huge economic factor when it comes to foreign trade and, of course, the money coming in back to India. But when it comes to battle of perception, Narendra Modi understands that there's a history to this. In the aftermath of the 2002 Gujarat riots, it was actually the Indian community in US which had lobbied against Narendra Modi in the US, which actually led to a ban of sorts for Narendra Modi, and he hasn't been able to get a visa to visit United States since then, which has been made a huge deal by the opposition party, by his political opponents. Now, ever since then, since more than a decade since then has passed, and we've actually seen a huge buzz being created within the Indian community abroad, whether that be the United States, United Kingdom, or even other countries for that matter, about Narendra Modi. Now, Indian vote bank may not truly be reflected on online social media, but most of the online overseas Indian community is in fact online, and you can actually fathom or kind of understand the kind of perception that there is to Narendra Modi. And I have to say that over the last decade or so, the perception in favor of Narendra Modi has only but increased.
Tell us a bit about how Narendra Modi plans to capitalize on this. What is he expected to say in his speech, or what would the NRI community be expecting to hear from him?
Well, if we take a leaf out of Narendra Modi's book from his last speech from last year's Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, he used that platform to slam the UPA government on many of the policy issues. Considering the elections are around the corner in just another few months, one can only imagine that those rhetorics and perhaps the statements against the UPA government's policy decisions or investment decisions will only but increase over here today. But it remains to be seen just how he plans to capitalize and utilize this particular platform of the international Indian community. But I have to add over here, there's a third factor which has come into play in this year's Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, and that is the new kid on the block, Arvind Kejriwal. Well, many of the overseas Indian community have had a huge buzz going on about Narendra Modi. There is a lot of curiosity about Arvind Kejriwal and the brand of politics that he's also brought in, because having spoken with a few of the attendees over here at the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas over the past couple of days, we are given to understand that Arvind Kejriwal is also kind of created an interest and a buzz of sorts amongst the overseas Indian community.